exciting to take a step up, and see what you can do on the next level. And so far, it's going fine.
All right, we're gonna get a little personal here with Shannon. Call us at 644-1800 or 644-1888. So get on your phones and give Shannon Baker a call. And first of all, what happened this week in recruiting, man?
Well, as you may or may not know, yesterday was National Signing Day for football recruits, and Florida State came out with a small class, smaller than perhaps usual, but they were limited in scholarships, but a great class nonetheless. And the two big keys out of the scholarship was out of Miami and then the defense. Those were really the two big stories that came out this week. 5 players out of the Hurricanes' backyard will be playing for the Seminoles next year, or at least in the Garnet and Gold. And defense, there's almost an entire defense that you could field out of this recruiting class. And it starts out of Miami and on the defense with linebacker Lamont Green, who is absolutely an outstanding product, one of the top defensive players in the nation. 2 other blue-chip linebacking prospects, Robert Hammond, an excellent safety who will be coming to the Seminoles. Offensively, they didn't get the back they wanted. Fred Taylor out of Belglade committed to the Seminoles last Thursday, visited the Gators over the weekend, and then changed his mind and said he's going to Florida. So a little bit of disappointment there. So the Seminoles will be a little thin at running back at the tailback position next year, and no quarterback for the first time in over 10 years, which was kind of a surprise. But all in all, a small class, but a very, very good class. Bobby Bowden stressed that the academic scores from the class were very good. Another big offensive weapon, Magic Benton, a wide receiver out of Miami, another one of the top wide receivers in the nation. So still a lot to be excited about next year for the Seminoles, especially considering when you put them next together with the recruiting class of last year. Shannon, do you get to follow the Seminoles a lot when you're out on the NFL on the road?
Oh yeah, I mean, when you come from a school like Florida State, you always want to keep in touch with, know what's going on with your school that you just left, and I mean, there was a lot of games that I watched. I mean, just 1,000 times over and over that I even taped them. And like with the Indianapolis coach, we have myself, Jesse Hester, and Ron Stark. So we was the only lone Seminoles up there, rooting, and we watched every game we could, and even the Notre Dame game, we watched that too. But I couldn't even go in the locker room, up in Indianapolis after that game. But we came out and they won the national championships, and that's all that counts.
Yes, it is. First, before we get on to the next subject, I want to bring up a point on the recruiting. We did lose a recruit that's from here, Tallahassee, Ben Washington, and he had almost committed to Florida State. And Brad Scott stole him from our backyard and took him up to South Carolina. And Bobby's mad. Bobby's a little mad. I heard that flying around the offices today. So he's a defensive back, and he's one heck of a ball player. So that's a little rumor going on right now. Is Brad Scott kind of took? He said he wasn't going to take any recruits, but he ended up taking Ben Washington up to South Carolina with him, and he's offered wide receivers coach John Eason a assistant head coach job too. Things you learn on the sports shop. But let's get personal here with Shannon Baker. We're taking calls 644-1888. Give us a call. Ask Shannon Baker playing for the Indianapolis Colts. Wait, before we do that, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take a look of what he did. Here's a couple little plays of Shannon Baker when he was a Florida State Seminole. Let's go look at that really quick. There's a nice little reverse going around the end for a gain of about 20. And a nice catch on the sidelines, keeping your balance pretty nicely. Do you like those days? Is it hitting a little softer?
Oh, I like those days, in Florida State, but I enjoy playing on the Indianapolis coach much better because
you're getting paid.
Right, you get paid. The financial thing is great. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to do a lot of things that you wanted to do when you were younger that you just couldn't do, because of the financial aspect of it. But now, getting paid is great, and we get a chance to do what we want to do.
All right, I think we have a caller. Caller, what's your name?
Lucretia.
How you doing?
Fine.
What's your question?
Shannon, are you from Lakeland, Senior?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm from Plant City, and I remember you playing back at Lakeland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I watched all the games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, Jan. Well, you from the hometown. You about 10 minutes up the road from Lakeland, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
All right.
Nice talking to you.
All right, nice talking to you, too.
All right. Shannon's looking to go to one of the bars tonight. If you have a request of hot spot going on tonight, just call back and let him know. Just kidding. But keep on calling, 644-1800 or 644-1888 is the phone number to get in touch here at Sports Shop. Now, are their responsibilities different now playing, or is it kind of the same routine as college, but are responsibilities different?
Oh, responsibilities are much different because in the NFL, nobody's going to make you get up, at 8 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's going to make you do anything. All they're going to do is just take the money out your wallet that they give you. Financially, as again, if you miss a meeting, you're going to pay $1,000. If you're late to a meeting, you're going to pay about $200. So what they're going to do is they just take money out your pocket, and if they take enough out, you ought to discipline yourself. And if you can't discipline yourself by getting thousands of dollars taken out your wallet, hey, you're an idiot.
What's your best memory of your first year in the big league?
Oh, the memory is, is going across the middle, getting hit in the chin, seeing blood coming out your chin, and just to let you know that the guys have welcomed you to the NFL and you were welcomed in a big way.
Is there almost a fraternity of sorts in the NFL amongst former Seminoles? You see the guys before the game, you say, how you guys doing? You haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, man, it's lovely because, you can look at every team in the NFL, and we have at least 3 players on each team, and it's just great to go see the guys before the game. We reunite with each other and just have a lot of fun, and after the game, take pictures and all that, and it's just a big party afterwards.
All right, I think we have another caller on the line. Caller, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man.
What's your question?
Hey, Shannon, man, I was wondering, what's the difference between practices in college and, say, in the NFL?
The difference between practice?
Yeah.
Oh, well, first of all, in college, I think is you do much more hitting and much more running and hitting, trying to get ready for the game. But in college, in the pros, it's much different because they're paying the athletes millions of dollars or $100,000s of dollars to stay healthy, so they want them to perform on Sunday. Within college, you have so many players, so if somebody get hurt in practice, they just stick somebody else in there for the game. So it's much more intense in college than in pros because pro is almost like a pro glide.
All right, thanks for your question.
Let's talk a little about the Indianapolis Colts in the season. What do you guys expect coming back? Obviously, this season, perhaps in terms of the expectations, a little bit disappointing. A lot of injuries, though, especially on the defensive side of the ball. What are you all looking forward to?
Next year we're looking for. First of all, the general manager, they got rid of a lot of guys. They fired our whole defensive staff. So that's a big move right there. They fired our wide receiver coach. So first of all, it should start with the coaches, and if the coaches come out with a new attitude and expect a lot, the players will give a lot. And just like you said, we had a lot of injuries. From Steve Edmond to you could just go on down the line. We had a lot of key players injured. So next year, we hope to get back on the right track. And I know everybody is always going to say next year, but it needs to happen this year, or I don't think it's going to happen for a long time.
How's it doing pass pattern with Jeff George throwing the ball at you?
Oh man, Jeff George is a great ball passer, man. He's amazing with the ball, and he gets a bad rap, a lot because the media really kind of dislikes him, but he's a good cat, man, and he does a lot of great things with the ball. And if the Indianapolis Colts give him up, somebody's gonna have themselves a great Hall of Fame quarterback.
That's the way I get a feeling for it. Is he wants to go out and give 100%, but he's not getting some of the support in Indianapolis because he's not winning. But he can't be responsible for winning.
You can't do it all by yourself. You need to have supporting cast.
I think we have another caller. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Shannon, I was wondering if you got any other offers from any of the other NFL teams, and if so, what made you choose the Colts?
Well, the thing about it, when as you know, if you followed me long enough, I was drafted to the Atlanta Falcons, and when I left Atlanta placed me on the practice squad. And what the NFL has done this year, if a player is not on the active roster, what you do is that you another team is allowed to pick you up and put you on their active roster. And really, it came down to the financial situation. Indianapolis Colts offered me the most money, and as me being a young player, I want to get a head start in life. So what I need to do is go where the money suits me best and suits my family best, and that's the move I made.
Do you ever, when you're on the field, perhaps a year out of school, and then you're in the NFL, and that's incredible enough, but then all of a sudden you look on the other side of the field and you see a legend, you see a Jerry Rice or a Michael. You ever say, "Wow, it's almost spooky that that's really them and they're doing the same thing you're doing"?
Hey, I mean, it's interesting that you say that because the first time when I ended up in Atlanta, I've been watching this guy Eric Dixon tote the ball and do amazing things for so many years, and then I'm standing right next to him in the huddle, sweating just like he's sweating, breathing hard just like he's breathing hard, and it was just amazing to see that type of thing, and it was just a great feeling to know that I had reached this level where the best are, you know what I'm saying, and I was right there with the best.
This year, it looks like some of the coaches have told you that next year you're going to be starting returning kickoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited about that?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. It's even a few suggestions going around that I might be starting at receiver also, next year. So I got a big year ahead of me, and I really want to go out and do well. I did things at Florida State, but I'm going to do better things in the NFL.
Any funny stories from on the road in the NFL you'd like to relate to us? Anything you kind of remember sticks out from the season?
Well, I guess the only thing in the NFL, I guess some of the guys, as soon as we get, to where we're going, we reach our destination, a lot of the guys, go out and have their drinks or whatever, and it's just so funny to see some of the guys that you've always grown up, watching them on TV, and you see these guys drinking and having a good time, and just to know that they're down-to-earth people just as you are, and it's just a fun situation to be in, and I'm glad the Lord blessed me to be able to play ball.
I think we have another call on the line. How you doing today?
Is that me?
I can't hear you.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, this is Jenny, Ginger, and Heather. Remember us?
Yeah, I do.
I told you to call. Our question is, what is the most valuable lesson you learned at Florida State?
For me,
Yep.
the most valuable lesson I learned.
Sounds like a Miss America question.
I don't know. The valuable lesson I learned is just you just take care of business and always keep your priorities in order. If you keep your priorities in order, you'll never go wrong, ever.
All right, hey, thanks a lot for calling. You guys are crazy. I like you guys. But what say things didn't work out with you for the Indianapolis Colts and you became a free agent. Where is a team that you would like to, now that you've been in the league, you see how things are, where's a team that you'd like to maybe try to get on with?
Oh, well, first of all, with Indianapolis Colts, everybody, after 2 years, everybody in the NFL now is a free agent. It's just whoever, has a contract with you. And there's no really particular special team that I would want to be with because, winning and success, all it does is just rotate around the NFL. So if I was to go to another team, Indianapolis Colts might be on top, and then I go somewhere else, they might be on the bottom. So I'm at home with the Indianapolis Colts, and I hope to be there for 8 to 10 years.
All right, sounds great. I think we have another caller. How you doing today?
That well, huh?
They gone.
All right, thanks for your question. Do you have someone else on the line?
The answer was no to that question, by the way.
Okay. Well, now, I asked you this, I think you were on my show last year, and we asked you to talk about some of your favorite catches, and there's one with Syracuse that something kind of spectacular happened. Talk about that and how that sticks in your mind.
Well, that's a catch that's every time I watch ESPN highlights, that's probably still on there, It was just one of those long passes that a receiver dreams of, It was in the perfect place, Casey Weldon put it in a perfect place for me to catch it, and it wasn't so much the catch, it was the after effect after the catch, how I kind of, glided in the water and came up, but I learned that in dance school. Yeah, I'm a good
hydroplane.
Yeah, I kind of hydroplane, up in the water in the back of the end zone and flip the ball to one of the police officers and hope he won't give me a ticket. If you're watching this, you don't give me a ticket the next time you stop.
Do you think Charlie Ward can make it in the NFL?
Oh, Charlie Ward can make it any way he wants to. Charlie Ward could be the president of the United States if he wants to. The man is a great man. I've said it before that Charlie Ward is the type of guy that the Lord, the good Lord upstairs, only makes this type of guy. Maybe he makes 2 Charlie Wards every decade. Now, I don't know. It's somewhere out there, there's another Charlie Ward, but I don't know where he is. But Charlie Ward will make it in the NFL, and I heard some rumors that he might go 3rd round or 4th round. Whatever round he goes,
He's gonna
Charlie
be a
Ward.
steal, huh?
Charlie Ward will be in the NFL.
We have another call.
How you doing today?
Yeah, am I on?
Yeah.
I just walked in the door. I saw Shannon's doggedy face on the tube. He looks wonderful.
Oh.
Shannon, this is Gail from social work.
How you doing?
Oh, it's great to see you. Tell me, I just walked in from class.
Uh-huh.
What's going on? I know you went to Atlanta, then you went to the Colts. What's going on now? And I'm going to hang up, okay?
Okay then.
Thanks.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for calling, and I'm glad that you think I still look nice. But I was in Atlanta at first, and I was saying earlier that I was on the Atlanta Falcons practice squad, and what happened is, then if you're on someone's practice squad, another team is able to pick you up and put you on their active squad, and that's why I ended up. They paid the most money for my services, so I went to Indianapolis, and now I'm back here in the off season trying to finish up on my social work degree, where I have 20 hours. I have 12. I'm taking 12 hours now, and I will get 8 hours another time soon. But I will get my degree soon.
So Shannon, what do you think about the Super Bowl NFL season just ended? Super Bowl season, the Super Bowl and the Cowboys are riding on top again. Is there any fault in that team?
Hey man, there's no fault. You know, the Cowboys got it going on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. The Cowboys are some big time winners, and they're gonna stay on top as long as Jimmy Johnson controlling the boat. You know what I mean? And whatever happens is gonna happen from now.
What? I'm sorry, we got a phone call. Hi, how you doing? What's up? What's your question for?
Yeah, the question is, what do you think about the NFL making a decision on not letting freshmen and sophomores come in?
I think that's a hard question. I think Tagliabue is the only one who can answer that. But I would think that they should let a guy compete in professional sports whenever he wants to, because if he feel that he can, he should be allowed to, because really to me that's saying that you're telling a guy when he cannot work for money. That's just like if somebody goes to Publix and works for money. You should let a guy be able to go play professional football if he can. You know what I'm saying? If he has the tools to do it, let the guy do it, because you're denying him a job when he can make money.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Hey,
Okay.
thanks a lot for calling. Wow. Hey, thanks for that.
Stepped on the cat.
What's up with the note?
The note. I just got a strange note from one of our production assistants, so I kind of got caught off guard, but I think we're taking care of it. What I'd like to ask is last year you sat up here and you were, the draft was coming up and you were excited, you were worried, you didn't know what was going on, and then after the draft things kind of fell into place. Kevin Knox and Matt Fryer, they're receivers, they're in the same boat. You think they'll go, possibly a prediction in what round? And do they have what it takes to make it in the NFL?
I mean, you know, coming from a program like this, when you leave this school, you're going to at least have a chance to make it in the NFL just because of the things that you are taught while you're here at Florida State. And as for Kevin Knox has all the tools to make it in the NFL and be a Hall of Famer someday with the size and the speed and the hands that he has. And Matt Fryer is the same way. You know, he has a lot of tools, he has the hands, and he has the heart. Matt Fryer is the kind of guy that if I was going in a bar fight, that's the guy that I'm going to take with me, because he's going to fight till the sheriff come in and shoot the shotgun.
He's
And,
a tough kid, huh?
He's tough, and he's going to always hang in there, and that's the kind of guy that I want on my team.
All right. Do we have another caller? All right. How you doing today? There's no call.
No
Hello?
problem, they hung up.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
what's your favorite moment at FSU?
Excuse me?
What's your favorite moment at FSU?
Moment.
Like time, like your favorite game or something?
Oh, all right. My favorite game, I had a lot of them. Probably the most famous one to me would be probably the Syracuse game. You know, when I, had problems early in the game and got a second chance to come back and made the best of it. And from then on, my career has kind of been on the up, and I'm steady going up.
All right. Thanks for your question. We're going to wrap it up here for for Sports Shop. Thanks a lot for tuning in. There is a Noles basketball game on right now, so switch from this to that and support your FSU men's basketball program.
Peace.
And we'll talk to y'all later. We'll see you next week.